All right, so we're back, and the Marcus has just performed a feat of getting the rival Cord and Galdane clans to temporarily cease their blood feud. The events at Amber's Peak scattered the clan and scattered all of Augerville west and away from their prophet. The clan has turned inward again and started fighting itself. I mean, many years of fighting. That Zertorm has called them to stop doing, and they've obeyed him when they're under his presence, but when they were left to their own, they fell back into that. And then Marcus shrewdly decided to get them to stop fighting each other again, and was able to convince them that Zertorm does still live, and so they have ceased their hostilities against each other, with no one dying. And so that's where we pick up. And so, like, that's right where we ended it, was you all convincing them, and Viridia was there and said that the prophet still lives. And so when you say that, yeah, you see all the people, the fighters, putting their weapons away. And they look confused, but they look kind of hopeful too. And everyone, I mean, they're too far away from Amber's Peak. You can barely, if you all look out to the east, and you can see it over there on the horizon, but you can't really see any details about it. So but they're stopped and listening. And so what do you guys do now? This is like 10 seconds after he said that, and everyone stopped. Like, what do you guys do now?
I'm gonna slowly make my way around to try and find Jag and separate myself.
Separate yourself, like how so? Like, you want to just leave these people and just take the Jag and the cart and leave, or what are you thinking?
No, I'm just gonna sneak off to try and find the horse.
Okay.
So at this point, Dorian is stealthed, kind of looking for Jag, right?
Yeah, some of you, or maybe all of you, tried to stealth, and he was the only one that was able to do it. So no one, everyone saw the three of you, but no one has seen Dorian yet. That's right. I don't know if he wants to still persist in that, because now there's not really any distraction of fighting going on. Everyone's kind of stopped and kind of come to their senses. But yeah, Dorian, we'll say, yeah, he's still been undetected totally.
But I didn't want to. I definitely wanted to stay kind of close. I'm also looking for Jag, but I didn't want to leave the party too far.
Yeah, you're not that far away, but it's just no one's noticed you yet. That's all.
Cool.
So I'd like to be there next to Marcus, and after Viridia, right? She announced the true prophet is alive, or whatever, and I like to yell out, "Yes, it is true! I witnessed it myself! I saw him tame the beast, tame the dragon!" I like to say that. Just
Nice.
Whether it's entirely
And you see,
true or not.
when you say that, you see, or you hear a couple people audibly gasp, like, that's incredible. Oh, you see some people genuflect, like they get down on their knees, like, oh my, this is they don't really know what to say about that. They just know how powerful he is, and you hear one of them shout, "Does he speak to the dragons?" You don't know who. You just hear a voice out there. "Does he speak to the dragons?"
Marcus, what do you say to that?
If you recall, the only one, Dorian, when he was encountering Zertorm, and Zertorm had tamed the baby one, and when he got up to leave, Zertorm covered his mouth and kind of went up to the baby dragon like spoke to it, basically talked to it, and then the dragon seemingly understood and jumped away, and that's the last time that's the last time you saw Zertorm. So it looked like he was, you couldn't hear words, or you don't know exactly, but he was doing some sort of, and you could hear something, and then the dragon left. Dorian did see that.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Well, shoot, maybe I should step out from
If you want.
where I'm at and yeah.
I
Well,
don't
we
think
did
it's gonna take
witness
a lot
him,
of us.
like, beckoning the dragon, the baby dragon.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
or,
that's
you know-
right. You guys did see, and he was like shouting and doing this kind of motions or whatever, and like, yeah, that was the whole fight, was between the grown-up dragon and Zertorm. Yeah, that's true. So,
yeah, I don't
do you
know.
want to answer that, or just not even acknowledge it? You don't have to.
Be like,
Say,
Yeah,
I have time to talk.
and I think it would make Zertorm very happy if we went and took the ancient dwarven keep.
Yeah, we were talking about this, Robert. Off.
They all look at
Have a
each other
plan to
like dwarves. Viridius. So do you say that?
Yeah, I just say, like, it's in the west, and we're gonna need a foothold when we go after Zygofer, so why wouldn't we? Show him, Zertorm our worth.
So you're saying this, and Viridius standing next to you, and she was like, a second ago, she was like, seconding everything that you'd said, like the prophet still lives. She was like kind of cheering you on, and now you say that, and she scowls at, she looks down and scowls at you. She's like, she doesn't say anything, but she just like, she scowls. But yeah, she doesn't say anything, and she says, "We must ride and return to the prophet. Cord and Augur, depart. Break camp immediately and depart east. We return to Amber's Peak." She doesn't say anything to the Galdanes. She doesn't talk to them, but her people, her clan, and the Augerville people, she directs them what to do. And they all kind of stunned and like, we're going back? Like, is it safe? Like, is it really safe? And they start making motions to like obey and start heading back to Amber's Peak.
I'll wave
know,
at
Robert.
Viridia and just be like, "Can't say I didn't try."
Yeah,
She just like,
Oh, no.
she just like looks at Marcus and just be like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. You don't know what he wants."
So are they that disgruntled or looked down upon dwarves that idea wouldn't even have presented itself? I mean, or seemed plausible?
You should have said that we were.
I mean, if you want to give me an insight roll.
Yeah, I'm looking for my dice.
Is Dorian still incognito?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to push that.
You just haven't heard anything about. You just don't know. You haven't heard enough about dwarves in general, and then especially these groups, this people group here, and their opinions of dwarves. You don't know. You haven't heard it one way or the other what they would think. You're not sure what they would think. You don't. Maybe they are viewed as a second-class citizens, or maybe they're not. You don't know. So Dira has, while these people are stopped halfway into this melee, into this camp, kind of where the civilians of Augerville were kind of in the center of this whole thing, and the fighters were around them, and they were just in the middle, like, going, "What the hell's going on? These people are crazy." And that's where Jag is standing, and the cart's right there. And Jag is just unaffected and looking around.
Good horse.
Looking around, he's bored, swishing his tail, kind of pawing his foot. He's just bored as can be.
I just get up on him, start leading him back to the
Come on,
lion
boy.
group.
Okay. So Deer returns to, let's say, this ice structure. Marcus atop it, Garrick standing kind of to the side of it. Deer returns with the cart and Jag. What's Dorian up to?
Dorian's thinking.
That's good.
He's like, I'm wondering, like, if what do they call this? Like when you're like,
I'll say, okay. So here, hang on. Here, I'll take. So here's what you see as you're sneaking around and no one's seeing you, and you're kind of like, just kind of, you're just at this right spot where no one's really paying attention. It's not that you're necessarily being super stealthy. It's just you're in this uninteresting little part of the camp that otherwise no one would have any reason to pay attention to. You're just kind of out of the way. And as you're kind of kneeling down there, thinking about what you want to do, if you want to do anything, you see Palacus of Horn.
Oh.
What?
You see him, and he's by himself, and he's, of course, he was never fighting. He's not a fighter at all. He'd get cut down instantly. He's sawed-off little bastard. He has no business on a battlefield, and so while this melee broke out, you don't know if he was encouraging it or what. He just wasn't, you didn't, but now you see him, and he's by himself, turned away from you, and you can't really
Let's get him.
You can't tell what he's doing, but he's alone, and his back is towards you.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, you can see him, and you know it's him. There's no one else that looks anything like him. He's half the size of everyone else around here. He's much smaller than Dorian as a dwarf.
He technically put us there, so I feel like he's the enemy. We should just kill him.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Dorian
Let's
is
question him first.
Dorian is the only one who notices this at this time.
Dorian, you could always kidnap him.
Yes.
That's
That's
ransom.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I want to
Yeah,
grab my
play
dagger.
him in the cart.
I want to grab my dagger and I want to sneak up behind him, and then hey, psst, come with me, And then I want to take him into
Are you just thinking?
closest tent.
Are you just thinking out your plan out loud before you enact your plan, or are you like doing this right now?
No, I'm doing this right now.
Okay. Okay, so there's gonna be some
No,
dice.
that's right.
There's gonna be some dice involved.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Damage dice.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get your sheet out here. So you wanted to. Okay, so tell me everything you want to do up to where you're like. Just describe again what you said you wanted to do.
Yeah, I want to sneak up behind him, and then with my dagger, bring it to his throat, and just just shh, whisper in his ear, quiet, and then just have him come with me. I'm sure pretty strong dwarf. I'm sure I could just manhandle him. But yeah, I want to bring him to a tent and question him and question what in the F did you get us into? Because you had us give birth to this baby dragon. I want some answers.
Okay, well I'll say you're already stealth, so you don't need to do a stealth roll. Give me a might. You're gonna manhandle him, but still, he's gonna fight and resist. He's not just gonna be
that's the point of the dagger, his throat. If I want to make it clear to him, it's dude, you move and you're dead.
We're going to
I mean, would that be an intimidate kind of thing, or I don't know?
Yeah, it would be. I'll say if you want to try to talk him into it and threaten him, if you don't do this, I'm going to stab you to death. then that'll have to be a manipulation roll, which you can do. Or if you're just like you said, you're just a brute strength son of a gun. If you just want to pick him up bodily and move him into this tent and like have your hand over his mouth, not even give him a chance to resist at all, that would be like a might roll. You're not trying to manipulate him then, you're just trying to bodily move him. You know what I mean? So it's up to you. If you want to if you want to manipulate, you can do that, or if you want to just manhandle him and pick him up and move him somewhere, that would be a might roll.
I think that would be better for me because I feel like strength is my strength. So maybe a might.
Would any of us have a chance of seeing this take place?
I don't know. I want to be able to like.
I mean, he wanted to be close to you guys, but at the same time, from some way, he was able to be undetected while the three of you all got caught. So you had to be different enough, spread out in such a way that the three of you got found, but he didn't. So he's got to be far enough away that you can't see what he's doing because he's hidden. So do you want to?
I didn't hide.
Yeah. So do you want to give me a might roll and try to manhandle him there, Dorian?
Yeah, I do.
All right. And remember, go ahead. Okay, so remember, you as a
I'm gonna push.
Okay, yeah, you can push as much as you can push this one for free. You can always push the first roll for free. Ooh, with success.
Oh damn!
Very good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So tell me what you do.
So I imagine I go up to grab him and he resists a little bit, but then I like really lock him down and then drag him into the tent. Real quiet like.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean, I guess my point is I don't want to raise like I don't want anybody to notice that I did this.
Okay. So yeah, you pick him up and you like muffle his mouth and everything so he can't, and you were fast enough about it to where, you were unseen. Very good.
Cool. All right, and then,
What are you gonna ask him?
Then, yeah. So then I want to, I want my like dagger and stuff out, and maybe dagger in one hand, battle axe in the other, or something like that, and just, and just tell him is like, look, I'm not gonna hurt you, unless you give me reason to, It's like I just want some answers,
Nice.
And just like you volunteered us, like, or you and your crazy people volunteered us to give birth to a dragon,
I didn't know
I
that.
just want to know
Come up with some answers.
Yeah.
I didn't know that dragon was. You were a bigger fool than I thought. He's just like he's incensed that you would do this to him. But he realizes he can't really do anything. So why don't I just holler and shout for help right now?
So then I'm gonna kill you right here.
So he just nods. He's like, okay. So he's just like, okay, death threat it is. So he's like, I didn't. You saw me. I ran away from that thing as fast as anyone else did. I had no idea that was coming out. That dragon. That's never happened before. I didn't tell you to do the ritual. Zertorm did.
So you have no idea what Zertorm is up to? Like, what does he want with the dragon?
He's always wanted a dragon. That's like... He has Paravia.
Part of his army?
He has Paravia, but that thing... That stupid lizard doesn't work right, and he treats it like it's an embarrassment. He's always wanted a true, authentic dragon. He's always wanted one, and now he has one, it sounds like.
What did he say? The name of the lizard?
Paravia.
Paravia. Is he talking about? Are you talking about the lizard that was the serpent that was killed in the swamp?
No.
Oh, okay. What is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
That's why he says you're stupid more than you even understand.
Oh man.
His stupid
You could ask him.
his stupid wyvern Paravia has just been a pain in his side, and it doesn't have the true power of a dragon, but he's always wanted a dragon, and now it sounds like he has one. And you know what?
Moravia?
And you know what else he has now? He has license to slaughter all of you in broad daylight for daring to threaten his high priest with death.
No.
I like
It's like,
Daria's
hey,
idea now.
We're just talking. We're
cap
just
him.
talking right now.
You,
Yeah, I know.
He like points up to you. You threaten me with death.
Uh-oh.
You better kill him.
This ain't no threat. This is a promise.
Yeah.
Prison shank him.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like he's useful. I feel like we could use him.
Until he goes back to his master.
You've committed one of the all-time blunders.
Is that what Blarkus said?
Yeah.
Never match with wits with a Sicilian or Sicilian.
Never get in a land war in Asia.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, I gotta shoot. I'm not sure what to do.
So he like looks up at you, he points, and he's all smiling. You have threatened the high priest with death. And so he takes a step back. He's wearing like this kind of, he always has like these ceremonial robes on, you know, these kind of fancy clothes. And he takes a step back and he opens up his robes, his jacket, and he's got this gold medallion that he's wearing, or a bronze medallion, and it's got this little silver or like a little inlaid symbol of horn, which I don't have a picture of, but it's their little symbol of what their god is. He's got this bronze medallion of that he's wearing, and he's got a little dagger. He does have a dagger on him, but he opens up his robe and kind of like, you know, exposes himself to you in that way. Like, what are you gonna do? It's not like he gets out his dagger and he's trying to fight you. He's not doing that. He's just like showing you, you know, you said, you know, like, you don't understand. You just threatened me with death. Do you even know what you just done to yourself? Maybe he's bluffing.
Yeah. I tell him like,
if you want to find out if he's bluffing, you have to give me a insight.
You could just throat
like,
punch him.
Yeah, I don't even want to go there. I want to tell him, like, look, I'm not afraid of you, man. And it's just like, I don't want to kill you. It's just, I want some answers, and I want to know what Zertorm is up to.
He's leading his army. He's generating and building his army, and he's going to go kill Zygofer.
And I want.
How long have you been around here? How long have you guys been around here? You guys don't know that yet?
So I ask him, like,
you all are stupid.
Are you return? It's like, now I want to ask him, is like, are you going to return to the keep? You know, why did you run away?
I thought everyone died in the fire. I was out of there. You saw that thing come in and laying waste. It was like nuclear napalm fire. I didn't think anything could survive that.
Why didn't he run to the keep instead of
That's
just running out? Like,
the fire was between him. Well, no, he just ran
on the wrong side.
Yeah. I mean, if you recall, I mean, I guess this would just be Dorian, but all of you, I mean, he was there at the podium, at the altar when the thing happened, and when the egg broke, he ran across the bridge. Like, he ran away. First thing. And who else was it? Marigold was there. And, like, you guys just looked left or right, and then she just disappeared. You didn't see where she went. But Palakis sawed off, little legs. He ran across the bridge. Like, he booked it. He hightailed out of there immediately.
Maybe ask him more stuff about Marigold. Like, where'd she run off to?
Yeah,
What's her connection? What's her plan? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Yeah, like where is if does he, you know, do you know where Marigold is at?
He just laughs. Ha.
And
She's probably she's probably on the other side of the world.
Other side of the world. Wow. Mhm. Okay. Anyways,
like,
so
he says that, like, you know, because he's gotten kind of intense because, like, you sort of threatened his life, and, you know, he's not, if you listen closely, he's not telling you anything. Everything he's saying is true. You know, like, he's not, like, lying and bluffing for his life or whatever. Like, he's so pissed and incensed at you idiots is how he thinks of you. You know, he's just telling you everything because you're all too stupid to put stuff together as far as he's concerned. You know, you don't know why he hates you, but again, he hates everyone. From everything you guys could ever tell about this guy, he hates everything. He's just an angry little bastard. But you say, where's Marigold? And he says, you know, she could be halfway across the world. And he's not, like, lying. She could be halfway across the world is what he says.
As in, she has the power to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's a threat if you leave him alive. But
I know.
then I feel like we screw ourselves if we kill him.
I know.
We have to answer to that later.
Yeah.
But,
We could sell him as
Mm.
a slave to the enemy.
There you go.
And then you'd be like, oh, we didn't kidnap him.
You mean Zagafer?
Yeah, go and sell him to Zygofer.
okay, we gotta go find him.
Tell him about his naughty child trying to come and...
Oh, dang. That would be next level.
Get a little human,
Next level.
little dabble of human trafficking. You know,
Yeah.
kick it up a notch.
I want to ask.
Add some spice.
I want to ask him. Yeah. I want to ask him. You know, because, like, Dornian was part of this whole group that was, like, out to try to stop, you know, rid the world of the demons, the fire demons and stuff, right?
Arvia of Crom.
Yeah.
She's gathering an army to take back Vond. That's what she was up to. And, you know, that means fighting Zygofer, killing demons. She has a specific goal of getting that physical place returned to the dwarven people. Zertorm, you don't know what he wants specifically. Like, if he's trying to capture some piece of land or something, you don't know, but he, you know, everything you've gathered so far, he wants to defeat Zygofer and rid the Forbidden Lands of the demonic infestation. What else he wants besides that, you don't know.
Maybe ask him, you know, what is he gonna do if you let him go free, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, a deal, like if we go back to the keep and we help
Zertorm?
Zertorm, like, in some way. I mean, what would we get out of it? I mean, would he help us take this keep, Vaughn, or something like that, or would I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what would be in it for us. Why would we even want to get involved? Like,
well, what you got from Viridian, because you were able to hear, even though you were hidden, you were able to hear Marcus, you know, doing his proclamation to the crowd, and Viridia following up right after him, and you could tell that the magnitude of what Marcus did is probably going to be well rewarded, because he kept Zertorm's army from just annihilating itself. Because they were back to their blood feud, and it had, by the time you guys caught to it, it was still in like the ceremonial stage where they were just like ritually like cutting off hair and stuff, and they weren't actually killing each other. But who knows what it would have devolved to had you guys not showed up. Maybe they would have actually started literally killing each other and like actually decimating his army. But you guys came and basically prevented that from happening. You kept the army coherent, and so it's logical to think that perhaps Zertorm would be grateful for something like that.
All right, I got it. What if I want to tell Palakis and tell him, like, look, my buddy, Marcus out there just calmed your, everybody down and, stopped them from fighting.
And he goes, yes. Like he's just, yes.
Yeah.
This is true.
And so, yeah. So if we help to bring these armies back to Zortorm, and well, I don't know how to say it in so many words, but like, what if we help you bring these armies back to the keep to fight in this army, and you take the credit, that you, this, masterful, wizard, was able to like bring people back together and bring them back to the keep. It's just, and then you can help us get the keep, help us take back the keep, or give us the power to that. I don't know. Do you guys see the element of the plan?
I mean, when you tell Palakis that you're trying to give him credit, of course his eyes light up. But then he's and so he's kind of listening, but then he's like, his spidey senses, because remember, he's like a devout Zertorm prophet of God believer. And so he's like, if anyone, that's what he is. And so when you're talking about taking back a keep, he's like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to trick Zertorm? Like, what are you trying to do? So he's intrigued, like, okay, yeah, of course I'll take credit for something, but what are you up to? Like, are you trying to trick my prophet here? What are you trying to do, you little, that's what he's, that's his response to what you just said.
Yeah, I
bring up the fact that you're trying to take back that Dwarven stronghold, and you need an army or some people.
Yeah, maybe we just can't do it alone. We need resources.
So you want me? So I'll just say that you explain.
If we help him,
right?
He'll help us.
You explain to Palakis that you want. You want to ask Zertorm's help to take back Vond as a repayment for helping keep his army together.
Yeah,
and you want Palakis to broker that. You want Palakis to talk to Zertorm about that for you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's like, our paths are basically aligned in this aspect. I don't know anything about this Vond, but Zygofer must die. If you let me live, then I will bring this up to Zertorm. He puts his robe back on and he says, "You have my word."
Okay.
Insight roll.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Insight roll. You're absolutely right.
You want to know if that guy's lying?
Yeah. Oh man, if it goes south, we'll have to. Okay. Insight roll. My insight's not great, so whatever. All right, here we go. Is insight trait?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
What?
No Banes.
Whatever.
You can push it.
Okay, here I'm gonna push it. Push it.
Ah. So what you see is he said, "You have my word," and the way he said it kind of pricked your ears up, and he was like going to just walk past you and dismiss himself, and he said, "You have my word," and you've got the feeling that like he was maybe not being honest, but since you detected this, you kind of bodily repositioned yourself and like threatened him personally, and
Hold on.
yeah, you just kind of like bodied him a little, and you could tell that he was basically physically intimidated into saying it truthfully. He's like, okay, like you have my word, like he's not. You have throughout this entire encounter, you have threatened and intimidated him, and reasoned with him too. It's like a mixture of It's a lot of different things.
I want to play to his ego.
Yeah, you have convinced him in various ways: physical harm, logic, mutual goals. You've done a good job of convincing him to do this, and so he says you have. But of course, his instinct is to always lie and never acquiesce to anyone's demands or whatever. But that's his nature. But you can tell at the end here he will do as he says, and you do actually for real have his word. And so he goes
Sweet.
fastens his robe and just brushes by you and leaves the tent.
Okay.
Well done.
Very
So,
good.
okay, so then I want to go meet up with the rest of the group and tell them like what I did, and people are like, "What?
You did what?
Yeah.
Beers all around."
Should have killed him.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dira. More disappointment for Dira. You sissies just never will kill people, will you? Ever. What do I have to do? I'm in the wrong
Kill
party.
myself.
Where'd he go?
So at this point now you can see like
he's still breathing.
they're not really returning like as a military unit, like with any kind of cohesion. They're just kind of like they left straggling and every man for himself basically, and now they're all kind of returning, back to their little tents. It's a kind of a straggly convoy of people the Galdanes are going back too, even though no one ever addressed them or spoke to them. They're doing the same thing. It's just kind of shambling shuffle east back to Amber's Peak with no kind of real order to it, really. People are just making, they know the area. Everyone's familiar with where they are, and they know right where they're going. And so people are just making their way as they see fit, heading back. What do you guys want to do?
Do we want to follow him back?
And so
everybody?
yeah, now we'll say it's okay. It's 9 a.m. still.
I know Dorian brokered this deal with Palakis, but should we leave him outside of town at first to make camp or something, so that I don't know if Palakis would foolhardy be like, yeah, I got him to agree to it, but you also need to die for what you did. To be like, yeah, I'm sticking to my word, but we're just gonna off you.
That was the insight roll that Dorian achieved. Like he, through all these different mechanisms of threatening and logic and appealing to his greedier nature, he convinced Palakis to just do this without seeking anything else.
All right.
I'm not opposed to that. Being in a camp just outside of Amber's Peak.
I don't know if there's much
I
we
see what
can
you're
gain
saying.
going back there. I feel like our next order of business should go to help take that stronghold back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
I
if
mean-
he's gonna send help,
Yeah,
shouldn't we go with them?
maybe we
Oh,
can just like wait, like right outside of Amber's Peak, to see if Palakis actually follows through on his
or
deal.
how quickly? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll
He
get
just
to
said
it.
that he would tell Zertorm that, you should consider these guys' request, and here's the reasons why, because they did this, 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 and this. That doesn't necessarily mean that Zertorm's ready to march right now. You know what I mean? Like, we need you to
They'll give
leave.
us, like,
You
guys.
know, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'll when it's time's right, sure, I'll do that, but I'm still not ready. So you don't know. Like, it wasn't like we need you to move right now, or is that what you were trying to say? You wanted him to head out right now. Whatever way you want's fine.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of thinking like, yeah, that he could help provide us with resources, like people or money or I don't know to help retake the stronghold.
Like immediately?
Well,
Sooner the
I don't
better.
know.
I mean, you can. Yeah, I mean, whatever you're. It's not like we can make it be whatever you really want. Were you wanting to, and not just you, Dorian, but the whole party? Do you want it to be like, you want, okay, Zertorm, you have your fire things, you have your army now, let's go, and you want to, encourage him. You have dragons now, like let's go. You want to try to get him to find, because remember, if you recall his disposition when you were talking to him, Dorian, remember he was very despondent and kind of mopey. He was very he wasn't, his attitude was unusual, for, if he's some sort of he was very, like I said, despondent and just kind of depressed sounding, and not, that's how he was, that was his demeanor and the way he spoke. So something's going on with him, you don't know. But so anyway, what do you want? Do you want to ask that he muster out his army now and just start heading west with you guys, or what do you want?
I'd say that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all starts with a conversation with Zertorm, right? I mean,
yeah. What do you want Palakis to?
To our benefit.
You can have Palakis be in your place, or you can tell him yourself. You've already spoken to him. He's already talked to you.
I guess it's almost like Palakis like arrange an audience with with Zertorm.
You want to? I mean, because you can set it up however you want. I mean, he's not. You have every intention of you have every justification in thinking that he's going to be very grateful to you guys for saving his army, because you did. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So what do you guys want? Mm-hmm. So do you guys want to go back and try to get an audience with him yourself, and have Palakis there to be like a backup for you, instead of he's always a hindrance and he's always like against you guys. Now he can actually like work with you and kind of go along with your plots instead of always trying to be against you guys every time.
Sure, yeah. Or what do you think? What is the team?
I think personally, I don't want to go back into town, after some of the stuff we've pillaged. But
yeah,
just kind of wait on the outskirts of town.
Why did you remember that? Why did you remember that?
And then
nobody knows.
But tell him like, hey, we'll be on the outskirts of town, waiting because we got to get going. If you could talk to Zertorm and get these goods or these people as soon as possible, we'll meet back here in 12 hours. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Sure. I can't
okay.
Marcus. I'm better than that.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I the only thing that well, I guess I did take Augur's money.
You did, and yeah,
Remember
see,
that?
Wait, we didn't even know if he was still alive. You know,
it's okay. You're a scoundrel.
I didn't think it was his money. I just thought it was unowned money because all of them were dead.
right? Yeah, it was just free money laying around. Who just
Yeah.
leaves money laying around?
I didn't want the bad
Dude,
guys
man,
to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In honesty.
It's forbidden lands, man. Somebody else would have taken it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I left him 2 silver.
You could've
Don't you know
given
where
it to
you
me.
live?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of like being like setting up camp right outside town and waiting for Palakis's word or people or
Okay. So everyone's heading. They'll be heading mechanically. They'll be heading to the northeast. They're just going to be following along that river, staying on the north side of the river, heading back into Amber's Peak. Do you guys want to do the same?
Yep, well, we could.
Or do you
move
just want to
the-
stay here? Or I mean, do you guys
we
want
could
to move?
to the spot right outside of town. I mean, ultimately, if there's going to be torches and pitchforks for, you know, raiding
Maybe like that.
supplies, that's going to happen regardless of how far away we are from town.
So I mean, we
Really?
want to have some distance and time between us. Make sure we can run. I don't know.
I mean, what's the chances of that happening?
Yeah. How are they ever gonna know? What about this hex right here?
Yeah.
That's
we
what I
make
was
camp somewhere
right
here.
there.
It's like six.
Yeah.
They're like 6 miles across, right? Or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
think
if
that'd be
we're a
fun.
couple miles outside of town, or
Whatever you'd like. You guys go wherever you
Yeah.
want.
That sounds
So-
good.
Yeah.
Ultimately, if they question us, we'd be like, "What are you talking about?
There you go.
Somebody must have came and taken that stuff while we were fighting a dragon
Yeah.
for your home."
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
bringing up the fact
Yeah.
that do you not
Yeah.
remember?
Okay. So do you guys want to move over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then give me a keep
That's right.
watch.
We don't need to do a lead the way because it's
It's
an
a
already explored.
terrain. That's correct.
Yeah. Some deer is gonna do that.
Oof! Look at those dice.
Yeah, success.
Very good. Nothing of note. Uneventful. I mean, you're just among all the other hundreds and hundreds of people moseying about,
just-
making their way back. You know, you're just part of this whole long, uncoordinated convoy of people, and you can just choose to park here and stop and wait if you want. It sounds like what you guys all want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we're stopped, I'm on asleep.
Okay.
It'd be like,
Yeah, so-
I-
We'll say it's we'll just say it's noon now, and if you want to make some time to set up a camp, that'll be a make camp roll.
I can do that. Now, is it? I thought I recall last time it was like raining. It's kind of foggy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that still the case? Okay.
yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
What's your remember your okay, well you pushed. But
Sorry.
don't you
It's still.
you have a talent for that, right? You can make camp and then just spend willpower to make it work. Isn't that one of your
Oh.
talents?
God, I can't. I guess there's Path of the Forest. Let me see what that.
Oh, it's survival.
Yeah. Pathfinder. Sorry, I'm putting these all in the chat. No.
No.
Yeah, I don't really have that. Maybe that's somebody else.
Yeah, I think Marcus was the one that makes camp, but you did it.
He's always
So
better at that than me. I totally fumbled. Yeah, I don't know what it means for the fact I didn't get one success, right?
yeah, there's just a mishap.
Something's gonna go down.
So we have a
Sorry.
mishap. You will be. Oh, you will be.
God, add one jab.
Let me see
Set
how.
up the tent.
Let me see how you killed yourselves here.
Jeez.
How did you die? I'm just kidding. Probably. I gotta find it.
Probably.
Here we go.
So I'm having trouble finding the death list.
Yeah, I'm trying to go.
It's the most crazy way.
Okay, so Garrick is setting up camp starting at noon here, and just fumbling, in the slop of the mud, the rain. It's just not going well. The party's otherwise occupied, and no one offered to help, so Garrick's on his own and just struggling. It's not really his forte. He's definitely good in the woods, but he's just good being out in the woods. He's not used to like setting up a, camp with beds and everything, and so he's struggling around and just having a hell of a time. He does end up getting it set, but what you all encounter is that at some points the caravan that was passing you by, you're not really paying attention or something, and all of you look down and your food is you all have less food. That's someone stole it or whatever. You lost it. You you're just, the amount of rations that you guys all had, you guys have less now. So all of you lose one food die. So open your resource page there and drop your food die down by 1, please.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
Well,
Dude, it's karma for stealing all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
What do I do with my food diet? I move it down to from D8 to D6 or
that's
something.
correct. Whatever it is, lower it by 1. But after that, then camp is finally set up, and it is now evening, and it is now 6 o'clock in the evening. Darkness has fallen. You guys are outside the camp.
Kind of waiting.
I can make
But I
dinner.
wonder- Yeah, nice.
Sounds great.
I'll say you could have, since you didn't help make camp, I'll say that you could have been preparing food, doing your cook. You're doing your cook. So you guys can all have dinner now. Are you going to spend some of your supplies that you've been lugging around here, use some of that for food?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll check out Jag. Jag's got a bunch of stuff. There's Corlin's food, herbs and grain and flour, tallow. What do you want to make? Just some. Say you.
Pancake.
We'll say you
Go
spend.
for a good piece.
We'll say you spend half your. I don't know if it can do fractions. Looks like it can. So we'll say you half your flour, half your grain, and half your herbs. I'm updating your sheet here. Half. I think
Nice.
it looks like it's doing
Jag.
it. Yeah. Okay.
I want some pad kee mao with chicken. Extra spicy.
I was gonna say make sweet and sour, but
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, Marcus whips you up, of course, with his traveling Michelin 5-star service you guys got here. So yeah, you all feast and dine at 6 o'clock, and now what do we want to do for the rest of the evening?
I am going to bed.
Okay, Dira is down.
I can
Is there any-
keep watch for the first half of the night.
Okay.
Is there
do
any way
that.
that I could expand some of my skills or something?
Absolutely.
time?
You guys all sitting on freaking 30 points each or something? I mean,
12. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can. You have to spend 6 hours practicing something or whatever. Yes, you can
I thought there was
absolutely do
some-
that.
stipulation that like I had to use it in the last like day or something? The skill that I wanted.
Okay, well, if it's a skill that you're untrained in, then you have to. If you're just leveling it up, you just have to spend time and. But if it's a new skill you've never learned before, then you have to have successfully used it recently in order to roll for it. Is that the case? What are you going for?
Oh, I think yeah. No, like melee, marksmanship. I'd like to improve those, and I can imagine like I'm sitting there like a tree or something, or like I'm just practicing, getting like better.
Well, yeah,
It's
I want to
training in that
level up
regard.
my Path of the Blade. Maybe we can spar.
Ooh. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think each of those is 5 points, right? To go up a level.
Depends.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
1 to
let me
2.
let me get your sheets up here. Okay, so Garrick, you're trying to get what now?
Yeah, melee. I want to go from 1 to a 2.
Okay,
That's
so
5.
that'll cost you 5, and you must either have used the skill and succeeded during the session, or you've been instructed by a teacher who has skill level 1 or more in a quarter day. So if Dorian wants to, because I'm pretty sure Dorian has that. Dorian has melee level 3.
Oh dang.
So if you want, Dorian can be your instructor and teach you for 6 hours. He can be your teacher. You can be the student, and you can spend 5 XP and up your melee from 1 to 2. If you, it would take both of you to do that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, you won't be able to level anything up at this time, Dorian. If you do that, you'll be acting as his teacher.
I want to tell Garrick, like, sorry, dude, I'm tired.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
tomorrow.
man.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, man. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys spend the evening, through the firelight, practicing like swordsmanship and, clinging of swords and using weapons with skill. So Garrick has now upgraded from melee level 1 to melee level 2. So update your sheet and spend the 5 points.
Yep.
Very good. So that's the two of you, and then Dira's down. So Marcus, give me a keep watch roll, please, since you're on watch.
I see his sheet. He's moving around.
Yeah, he's.
Can you use that?
Dang, that's a lot of dice.
Ooh,
Very good.
nice.
Yeah, the Sixth Sense helps me.
Very
not
good.
be-
That was a lot of dice.
Very good. So you keep watching without any incident. The night continues on till the middle of the night. Dira is now fully rested. The other three of you are all tired now, sleepy.
Yeah, I wanna head to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll head to bed too.
Okay. 2 down.
Same here.
Okay, 3 down. So now Dira's up by herself from midnight to 6 in the morning.
Yep.
Okay, give me a keep watch. Give me a keep watch roll, Dira, please.
All right. Oh, where'd it go?
Damn, with ease.
Everything and anything.
With ease. Okay, so we'll say it's like Dira's awake and keeping watch, of course, and being alert. And it's cloudy night, not completely overcast, broken clouds here and there, a little moonlight here and there. Mostly cloudy, overcast though. when you do see the moon, it's pretty good sized. It's not like a sliver moon. And at some point during the night, you just hear. You just hear this turbulence in the air. And you look up, and in the clouds that, this is like what you're doing. You are being alert and looking around. You see up in the sky, I mean, it's a dark of night, but the clouds are lit up by the moon fairly well, and your eyes are adjusted to the darkness, and you see a dragon flying in the sky, just circling around, circling slowly, circling. No fire, no screaming, nothing. It's like slow. It's not like in attack mode. It's just like flying in the night. It's just flying in the night, and it's a couple thousand feet in the sky, but you can tell it's a dragon. You've seen them now up close. That's what it is, and you see it just kind of circling, not like directly over you all with your camp. It's just like kind of flying through the night, and then it came from the east, and it was circling around, did a couple loops over your guys' general area, but not you, and then it just returned to the east.
Huh.
So you observed that. And now we will say it is 6 a.m. Morning has come.
Thanks for not waking us.
Yeah. We're real tired.
We will survive.
Need my beauty sleep.
All right. Do we want to eat? You actually don't have to, I guess, because you guys just ate last night, so you guys don't have to eat until this evening if you don't want to. I needed to get a water roll, though. For sure. Definitely need to get a water roll from all of you.
Is that me?
Garrick and Dorian are both good. Dira's good.
Robert's killing a spider right now.
I'm all about that.
The game?
No, don't touch it.
Another epic battle. Yeah.
I judo chopped a spider.
Very nice.
Nice. Success.
We're going to need to see those rolls.
You're definitely going to get an experience point for that.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So would
Dira
be able to make out? Oh no.
That's okay. It just drops down one. I'm pretty sure you guys are always been topped off, so it'll just go down from D12 to D10. No biggie.
Lenny.
Karma for taking a life.
Mm-hmm. What was some have a question?
Oh, would Dira be able to last night be able to tell whether that was like the dragon or a different one?
It was not the mama dragon.
Interesting.
So we have an infestation of dragons.
Zergord is watching us.
The baby dragon?
He
think
was
that's
writing it. So why he probably was watching us.
I mean, but did it look like a big one? And how
It was
could that little one get that big that quick? I don't know.
Give me an insight roll and tell me the life cycles of dragons in Forbidden Lands.
12 days.
Would that be me or would that have been Dira?
I'm just saying, like, you don't have any idea how long it takes dragons to grow. And you can't really.
It was big enough for him to be writing it.
It was high enough up in the sky you couldn't tell.
I got nothing.
Oh, shit.
You couldn't. All you could tell was that it was a dragon just by the shape and like the flying pattern. You couldn't tell if it was like if you saw an eagle in the sky, could you tell if it was a juvenile eagle or an adult eagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Shut
its
your
head
lying
wasn't
mouth.
white, if its head isn't white, then it's a juvenile.
But it was dark.
Shut up.
But it was nighttime.
Bunch of smart asses.
She rolled 3 successes. She's got like owl vision right
That's
now.
why she could see it. That's why she could see it.
I
Ooh,
didn't get it. I got a damn.
There you go. You're really stumped, and now you're like
There's
pissed.
so much for my owl vision.
You're so
See,
yeah.
so-
You're trying to recall like, was this the what's you're really racking your brain trying to figure out which specific dragon it is that you saw, and you can't tell, and it's really making you mad. So you're getting frustrated, and now you have damage to your wits.
I have a mental breakdown from all the stress.
You don't want to see her when she gets like that. That's not gonna be good.
I just go cry in the tent with the horse.
With the horse.
Yeah.
Everyone just slowly back away.
Jag's like, help me.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we're taken care of with our bodily needs here. What do you guys want to do?
Well, are we gonna wait around
Let's-
for a response or help or people to come, or we're just gonna head out to that dwarven
You guys-
stronghold? I don't.
You guys do not want to go back to Amber's Peak, right? That's what
I
it
don't.
sounded like. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, how long do we wait? I mean, do we?
I feel like we'll be waiting here for a while. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I
And you
mean,
can-
Maybe we could leave a note.
You can take time to train up if you guys want. I mean, Garrett got some training in. You could do more training.
Yeah.
I
we
mean, you
can-
guys have tons of points, don't you? Don't you all have like double-digit points now?
No.
yeah.
Well,
Okay, well, Deer
Yeah.
doesn't, but I think everyone else does.
Yeah. Right now, Marcus, you're sitting at the highest.
If you have something you want, if you have something you want that you can train on, you don't need a teacher. Or if you need a teacher, you have one here in camp.
Or how about something useful for the rest of the group?
Okay.
You know.
I can train my sixth sense to rank 2.
That's a talent,
Your
right?
Insight.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're
How-
leveling up?
how would we do that?
So leveling up a talent, learning a new talent requires a quarter day of practice and a successful wits roll. If you fail, you keep the XP. And you can try again. If you're instructed by a teacher with a talent, no roll is needed. That's to learn a new talent. Requires a quarter day of practice and a successful wits roll. If you fail, you keep.
So it sounds like that one. He doesn't need a teacher.
Because what are you trying? You're trying to level up. Which one?
Sixth sense.
Let me
The
see.
sixth
Yeah.
sense or whatever.
Yeah. Let me see here. Talent, sixth sense. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'll let you do that. So if you want to level that up, you can spend 5 to take it from level 1 to level 2. You can spend 5 and rank that up to level 2 for sure. And that'll take 6
So to
hours.
do a withdrawal?
So we're going to be, I'm just going to fast forward the time now before I forget. So it's going to be noon when we're done here. So Garrick is spending time, Marcus is spending time doing that. What about the rest of you guys?
I
think
want
wanna-
to spend time leveling up my Path of the Blade from
too.
rank 1 to rank 2. Nice, Deer and I can spar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So that will cost you each 5, and you take it. Both of you go up from level 1 to level 2. So what does one of you guys throw that to chat? Like, what does that do? Now, and then what does level 2 of Marcus's skill do, or his talent?
Level
Mine-
Sixth
Mine
Sense
makes
level
it so-
2. When you spot an ambush or a sneak attack, you also see how many attackers there are, what kind of kin, and well. Okay. So if someone's trying to ambush you, you can really tell exactly what's going on about it. That's good. Okay. And then Path of the Blade, rank 2. Rank 2 says once you've used up all your actions during the round, you can spend a willpower point to immediately attack again in close combat. Damn.
That's cool.
So basically, you get 3 action in your economy now. You get a fast action,
cool.
a slow action, and if you want to spend a willpower, you get another slow. Oh man, that's pretty awesome for only 1 willpower point.
Yeah, I have a question. On my main page, my agility, I have 4 little circles, but one of them has an X in it. Does that mean at some point?
It means you pushed a roll, and at some point you pushed a roll and failed, and you took agility damage.
Well, did
How
you
do I
rest?
get that back?
Yeah,
I rested, right?
Well, when you rest, you're supposed to. You pushed. Let's see.
I don't even know when
Empathy.
that was.
It could have been from a couple sessions ago. I mean, it just all that
Ooh,
stuff
there it is, I see
accumulates.
it.
Yeah, it accumulates automatically
6-8.
on your sheet. And so whenever you rest and sleep, I should have said something. But yeah, you guys, you just tell me that you sleep and rest for 6 hours, then you come into your sheet here and you restore everything. Unless you have, there's sometimes you have like conditions and things that make it so you can't heal unless you have magic or whatever, but none of you guys have those conditions. So yeah, whenever you guys rest, that's how you get all your stats back.
Okay, I should have known that.
Yeah. That's right, you should have.
I like to try to level up Pathfinder.
Okay.
So I could put that to chat to see what that looks like.
See. Pathfinder level 2, you're most comfortable in the wilds. Leading the way for a quarter day counts as rest. Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So that'd be just 5, right?
Yeah, to take it from 1 to 2. Very
Is that
good.
doable for me?
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
doable.
Edit. That's a good one.
I think you're supposed to. That's just too easy. But that's for a new town. I just have to. I'm gonna make myself a note on that because this is for learning. All the rules say if you're trying to learn a new skill, a new talent, you need to spend a quarter day and have a successful wits roll. It doesn't say for a talent you're just trying to level up. So I'm gonna ask my GM wizard people group who've run this for years. I'm gonna make myself a note about that because I don't know. I think it's just like it says, learning a new talent. You're not learning a new talent. You're upgrading one that you already have. So I don't know if that it's just a. Anyway, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, it's cool.
But yeah, for now, let's just say you get it for sure.
No takesy backsies.
Yeah, no. Just, I mean, if we're doing it wrong right now, whatever, that's fine. Just going forward, we'll do it the right way.
You'll pay the price in the future.
Okay, so is everyone done what they have wanted to do for training wise? Do we still have others?
I believe so.
You can only do one talent or skill every 6 hours.
Right.
So I'll say it's noon now. You guys have all spent time here in the morning upgrading.
Well, I mean, if we're still waiting, I wouldn't mind trying getting the talent fast footwork.
Ooh, what's that?
You could dodge once for free
Ooh.
every round.
Of course, you coward.
So you would need...
Dragon Breath comes down, it'll miss me. You guys will be screwed, but it'll miss me for sure.
So if you want to... That's a talent, so you'd have to spend another 6 hours trying to learn that and get a successful wits roll.
I'm willing to risk it.
Okay, I'm just saying that'll take us. If you want to do that, you guys are gonna stay here till 6:00 in the evening at least. But it sounds
waiting.
like, yeah, you're waiting anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm okay. We're just waiting.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead and give me a wits roll.
Okay.
Hey, Junior.
Nice.
Ooh, dang.
Very witty. Very witty. Okay, let me get your sheet out here, and then that's called, what was that talent called?
Fast footwork.
Fast footwork. Fast, got it. Okay, I will apply it to your guy. There you go. Fast footwork, level 1, granted.
Heck yeah.
Very good. Very good. You can dodge for free once every round. That's awesome. Jeez. Very good. Very smart choice. As you with a no armor wearing. Well, you do have armor now, but still, it's very smart. Okay. Anyone else want to do anything for this next 6 hours from noon to? So again, I'm going to fast forward it to 1800 to 6:00, and then say darkness has fallen, just to show that we're in the evening. So does anyone else want to do anything for the 6 hours?
I don't know. I'm trying to look up other talents, maybe. I don't know.
You don't have to. I mean, you could just role play, do something else.
Can we see the keep from where our camp is at?
You can see it. I mean, not like see the windows and everything. I mean, not, but you can see the keep rising up out of the, it's like a little mountainous thing that the keep is built into. You can definitely perceive that from here for sure.
Is there anything different going on that, because I feel like at this point we kind of know what that keep normally looks like. There's this like reddish glow, right? Has it changed at all over the past? No. Gotten brighter.
It doesn't really look any different from what you can tell.
Have we seen a dragon flying around in the daylight?
No, you have not. Good question though, but no, you have not. And the caravan is all gone now. All the people returning, they've all passed you by this point. You guys are out here by yourselves.
I think one of us should sneak into town and just kind of take a little meander. I don't know.
I am not sneaky. I am very honest about my thefts.
Very open. Try.
I mean, I could go into town if you guys want.
The prophet has given us a visit. I have a stealth of 2. I could try to sneak into town. I mean, is there anything to gain from it, I guess?
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't. If it was me going, I wouldn't sneak. I would openly go in and just see if the armies or anything looks like it's being mobilized, or if they're just watching us, like they're on our doorstep. Shoo shoo, bum.
Was Viridian? She's in there. Me and her are best friends.
Ooh, there you go. You can go and talk to Viridia.
Yeah, she's back.
Oh,
Go in and
I think
get
she
the
likes us
gossip
more.
from her.
I spent the most time in their camp. I'm less likely to be beheaded.
You go, girl.
You go, girl. Could do that. Let somebody go in there, huh?
That's
He's
right.
just getting thirsty. He wants to go to the tavern.
Yeah.
Or running low on
go
spirits.
And rave with Marigold.
Yeah.
Raid.
Yeah, nobody's seen her.
I don't know.
You go in there. You're the bullshitter. You can do this.
Technically, I'm not.
You just did. So I believe in you.
Yeah, you fooled him once. I mean, I guess you didn't fool him. You told him the facts. Actually, you didn't fool him.
Yeah. I was being honest.
You're the savior. Go in there.
Yeah. And you got
Yeah,
your magic to
Yeah, man.
pull
Like,
on, maybe.
look at you, man. You're like the
Kid it out.
I'm the Muhammad Ali of mages. You
You're
will
like-
miss me the first time, at least.
you're like the Matthew McConaughey. You're like the lead guy.
Oh god.
You're the lead actor.
All right. No,
That's hilarious.
I can see him go in there and you start talking like you're on a Lexus commercial or something like that. And it's like, there was a time.
I'll give him the blue steel look.
Lincoln commercial, yeah.
Lincoln,
Ferrari, La Tigra, they're all the same look.
Yeah.
I feel like why doesn't anyone else notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
That's awesome.
One of my favorite documentaries ever. Okay, so
So funny.
so is that the plan here?
I can go into town if you guys want me to. I
want
can't
you
guarantee that I'll come back, but I will go in.
We can lose you. We can.
That's a
afford
loss we're willing to take. No, just kidding.
Let me get the
Some
little.
of you may die, but that is a risk I am willing to take.
That's right.
it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could go in from the western part of town, the northern western side, so that I'm coming into the Cords camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, I can go
Well, I
and ask
mean-
around.
I mean, as a reminder, you guys did sneak around the eastern side, and you went to the keep directly through the broken wall a long time. Man, that seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
you guys were there. You didn't see Zertorm during that time, but I mean, so you've been there. You mean, so you know?
And that fire.
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, so you've been there at least. If you, I'm just saying. There's.
I guess I just feel like we need to decide as a party, like, what do we want? Like, I mean, are we holding out for this help to take the keep, and that's our like main goal, or do we want to
You can always change it later too.
partner with
I mean, that can be your main goal right now, but then when other developments happen, you'd be like, I don't care about that anymore, or whatever. You know, you're not going to be locked in no matter what you pick.
Yeah.
If we take that stronghold, does that count as us building a stronghold?
No. Good
Yeah,
question. Good question,
What?
but no, it
We-
does
we-
not.
We
Oh,
can't make
because
it our
It's already
stronghold.
established.
You can make anything your stronghold, but just by the fact that, like, if you guys join Arvia of Crom and go help her army waylay and, you know, kill all these things, and now that clan gets this mythical stronghold back, that's not your guys' stronghold. So you don't get credit. That you guys building something for you is its own thing. Not you don't have to build something. You can turn something into a stronghold, but you don't just automatically get that just by, you know what I mean? You'd have to like put some intent into it, like making it yours and not someone else's. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if we went and took it from them without that whole whatever's person's help, that doesn't count either.
Like if the four of you just went to Vond and beat it all yourselves,
I know, like suicidal, but yeah.
then sure, you could. I mean, whoever's army kicks ass will have it, sure. So if it's going to be yours, then yeah, you guys would own it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, there's four of you.
Poor badass. Yeah, for now, I guess we'll have Marcus going to town, and it's 6 p.m., right?
That's correct.
It'll probably take him a quarter day to go into town?
We'll say because you can travel 2 hexes in 6 hours. I'll say it'll take him 3 hours. So if he walks out, then he'll get to Amber's Peak at 9 o'clock in the evening. I'll say.
Fast little legs, go.
And if you take
Are you gonna
Jag,
stay the night?
if you take Jag, then I'll say you get there in like an hour.
You don't
Nice.
get Jag.
That's
Oh,
right.
trust
You guys
me.
have to fight amongst yourselves on that. I'm just saying.
I could use a horse. He'd probably need it. You know, I mean, he'd be traveling.
Yeah, it's
The
a quick
wilderness here by
getaway.
himself.
Try and lynch me.
Don't kill my
Yeah.
horse.
More reason to come back alive.
I will hunt you down, and I will eat you.
I'll be dead.
Oh, you're yeah.
In
She'll-
the
She'll
Right.
kill you again.
in the afterlife, no, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to take Jag?
I think you should take Jag. I don't know.
I will allow it,
Oh.
Okay.
but I need compensation too. So bring me back something.
Steal some more silver. Yeah, steal
Sounds
some
more and
steal
more
some
like-
more stuff here.
Deer is in charge.
You guys are
I love
finally getting it. I like that. You're finally getting it. Okay, so Marcus unhitches Jag from the cart. Well, I mean, I guess Jag, you guys have already had camp set up, so you get on Jag, and so you just go right into the cord camp, Marcus. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then tell me where do you go? Just tell me what you do. So you yeah. So Marcus is in. So if you see you're up here by the cord camp. It's dark. It's 9 o'clock, or no, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. So you come in, everyone's feasting. It's dinner time. Viridia's tent it looks pretty lively. It sounds pretty lively in there, like that dinner that you guys participated in. Sounds like that. Augerville, I mean, it's a little different. I mean, it's like I think this is the second night back, so it's a little different, but it's not quite the same level of raucous, joyful that it always been, because there's like some stuff happened here, but
Drama.
some drama has gone down, so it's not quite the same, but there's people all over the place, and all you can tell is that you get to the cord camp, and it's dinner time, and they're feasting in Viridia's tent. Do you want to knock on the door or walk on by, go somewhere
Sure.
else? Yeah. So
Sure, I'll ask the guard if he would permit me to enter, or is it a
right.
private,
Right.
or to ask him to ask Viridia if it's all right if I came.
So you walk up, and it's dark, but they got some, lights. But the guy sees you, and once you get up there, they recognize you from standing on top of that. You're the one who told them. So they just they open the door and say Viridia, and they usher you in. They don't even wait. They just Viridia, it's him. And they
Yeah, I had a feeling.
yeah,
You
they
looked
pull the door, they pull the cloth, drapes open, and push you in and get her attention. So now you're standing inside, and Viridia stands up, and it goes quiet in there, and Viridia stands up and wipes her, cleans herself off a little, and walks up to you, and just she doesn't say anything to you. She's just looking at you. She's kind of shocked that you're here. She's so she's just looking at you can I help you? What do you need, or what's going on?
So we've been waiting because I guess there was, I don't know, Dorian had a conversation with Palakis, who agreed to talk to Zertorm
Mm-hmm.
about possibly aiding us in the capture of the Dwarven Keep, and we were just waiting for an answer, or
This is like the first time she's heard any of this.
Hmm.
I mean, she knows who Arvia of Kromb is, that roving dwarven clan. She's
Not sure
interacted
how
with
much of
them.
this-
You know, so this is the first time she's heard anything about Palakis talking like what? Like, but she doesn't. You can tell, I'll say you can tell that this is the first time she's heard these details, but she doesn't react in any kind of pissed off way, happy. She just is like, oh, okay. Like, she understands she's at a certain level of the hierarchy, and there's things that are way above her that she doesn't need to know about, and it doesn't bother her that she doesn't know everything. And so she's just like, oh, okay. That's
okay. Well, I just came in to see, if there was any progress in that, or I mean, I'm guessing not. If you haven't heard anything,
Palakis, when we got back, Palakis strode right up to the keep. I mean, he crossed the bridge, and he's there most often anyway, especially in the evenings. That's where he'll be. That's where he always is. Would you like to eat, or do you want to go? Do you need anything?
you know, I'll join you for a meal. It's always an honor to come and eat with you.
So she,
You best be bringing home some leftovers.
as soon as you say that, like, because all these people know you, or you're the guy. You're the guy. They don't know who you are, but you're the guy who did that, and so they like all stand up and like, like she's at this end of the table, and there's like, it's this whole long table of people. The two guys that are like closest to her, they all get up and they all move. So now you're the one sitting closest to Viridia. You're like at the honor seat of this table now, and they sit you down, and of course the attendants provide a fresh bowl, fresh plate, goblet of ale, and just welcome you. And you are the toast of the dinner for sure. So the meal resumes, and is there anything you want to talk about or ask about? Or do you just want to have a meal?
I'll ask her how everything has fared since they returned.
Nice.
So she kind of lowers her head and says, we shamed ourselves out in the plains. I never should have doubted Zertorm that he would ever die in such a disgraceful way. I let our emotions get to us, and I let our people fight, and I fought, and we shouldn't have done that. And thank God no one was killed out there. But now we're back to a kind of a detente here. We're obeying we're obeying Zertorm, and we're just hoping we don't receive any kind of wrath or judgment from him for running away. But
Don't look negatively on.
Palakis has been over there ever since. We haven't seen him. He went right to the keep right when we got back. He hasn't come to tell us anything yet. So we're just in a holding pattern waiting.
I was going to say, wasn't Palakis the first to run?
Yeah, it seems like that.
You say that, and she can't. I mean, she's like, what? She's ashamed and everything of how they acted. But when you say that, I mean, she does kind of smirk because she's like, he's a sissy among. He's like yeah. It's like, yeah, of course he ran, but he's Palakis. He's a little sawed-off little piece of garbage. Like, he's not a real fighter like us. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, but she doesn't say that. She would never verbally say that about the high priest, but like that's what she kind of is like, her eye roll kind of a thing. She's like, yes, but she doesn't really verbalize it in that way, but that's what she's kind of hinting at.
Okay, I gotcha. Did Marigold ever return?
No. Did you see where she went? Did she die?
Did anybody see where she goes? Like,
I figured
you
she
hear
died. I figured she died. She's we were asking about that. We went down to the tavern hoping to, at Augers to hoping to hear her, but she's not there. And I was just convinced that she died in the attack, but I don't know. We were over here. I didn't see, so obviously you guys didn't see her body.
No, we didn't see her body. I am pretty sure she was the second to run.
Can you ask that to everybody in that tent? Like, hey, has anybody seen Marigold? I don't know.
Well, I'm assuming she knows because if anybody
Yeah.
found her body or
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
being informed of it.
None of them know where Marigold is. So yeah.
Well, did Dorian tell us everything that Palaka said about it, or?
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I just tell her, I'll be like, well, according to Palaka, she could be on the other side of the world right now.
So you say that, and Viridia's response is kind of like, she kind of like thinks about that, but she doesn't say anything.
I ask her if she's able to divulge what she is, like what Marigold is, because I mean, it's not the first time I've seen her walk into some bushes and then just disappear.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It kind of, so as you ask about Marigold, the volume of the room gets quieter. People that were chatting on the far end of the table aren't really chatting. People are doing more listening now and less talking. But they're not like dead silent, pin drop quiet. They're just kind of like, like you can tell people are listening and they are like, maybe they want to know also. And so you said, what is Marigold? Or was that what your question was?
Yeah. Like,
Viridia just shakes her head and says, and she can kind of tell that everyone, because she's at the head of the table, she can see everyone, and she can tell that people are kind of like looking at her for this answer. And I'll say that she like looks at everyone briefly and looks at you and just kind of says, she's the finest entertainer. Her powers of persuasion and entertainment are mythical. There is no one like her. And she's kind of, Viridia herself is kind of, she's like thinking about it, and she's just kind of baffled herself, honestly, about how, like, this woman walking around playing her guitar instrument, has so impacted these people. So she's kind of like, her powers of persuading and, inspiring people is mythical, and that's all she says.
Okay. Well,
Inside roll. I don't know.
I whisper to her that, like, so that nobody else can hear, be like, do you think Marigold is Zertorum's mother? Because, he's out to try and take out Zygofer, his father, so could it just be his mom taking his side? Or maybe it's a sister? Like, I mean, she seems kind of like super powered in her own way.
Marigold's I don't believe so. Marigold's a human.
Well, Zertorum, doesn't he look human?
Zertorm is over 300 years old.
Well, yeah, but doesn't he look human?
I've never seen him, but humans don't live that long. He's got to be
No, they don't.
He's got to be an
Right.
elf or a half elf. He's got to have elven blood. He's got to. No one can live that long. No human can live that long.
But then you got Marigold, who is intelligent and all that other stuff, and she can freaking teleport wherever she wants.
I don't know if she can teleport. I've never seen her do that. Have you?
I've watched her disappear, like in the blink of an eye. Like she
Bitch,
walked in
stop
some
lying to me.
bushes, and then there was nothing. Okay, nobody just disappears like that.
So you're telling me you lost someone in the dark of night in the woods and it's magic?
We were in a desert. Thank you very much. There's not a whole lot of cover in a desert.
No.
Well, that's it wasn't a desert to start with.
No, but it was when she was there. I'm just saying. And Flux's comment that she could be on the other side of the world, and he meant it. So, I mean,
I've never
Nothing wrong
spoken.
with
I've
that.
never spoken to Marigold. I've seen her at the ceremonies. I've seen her in the tavern. I've never
Wow.
said. I've never said one word to her. There is more to her than I understand. I know that, but she helps us. She inspires us. We love her. I just don't know what else to tell you. I don't know anything about her.
yeah, I got nothing against her. She seems like a great lady. I just was curious.
That sounds like a good idea on your part, is what she said. The fact that you don't have anything against her. She's like, that sounds like a wise. That sounds like a wise position to have.
Don't piss her off.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, what do you think the chances are that I would be able to go and talk with Zortor?
0 if you sit here.
Well, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying if I went to the keep and asked for entry,
Seeing what you did here, and she it's in the tent, so she can't really see, but she looks south toward where the Galdanes are. And the Augerville people are all back, the town has come back and it's restarting again. It's not like everything's hunky-dory, but it's heading that way from all you can tell. Looks fairly normal. She's like, you are the ones that did all this. And she's like, looks at Marcus. She's like, you are the one that did this. Zertorm has to be thankful. That's all she says. Zertorm has to be thankful.
okay.
Oh, she means that in a good way. You guys are the ones that
Yeah.
did this.
Yeah.
You guys,
Okay.
everything was scattered to the winds from this attack, and you're the ones that got everyone to come to stop fighting and return, and you kept his army from just scattering to the winds.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess my chances are decent at least. So maybe
Figured
I'll
it meddling.
go do that in the morning because
Maybe go to the tavern. See if Marigold's putting on a performance. I don't know.
I don't want to go to the tavern.
Why not?
Because that's where I got rich.
I took a lot of money.
Yeah, they don't know that. There was nobody there that saw us, right? I don't know.
That we know of.
That you know of. I'm going to say,
These marked coins.
do you want to wait till the harsh light of day, or do you want to move around in the darkness? Or
I'm just gonna wait till daytime and then I'll make my way over to the keep.
okay, so
Seems like now's a good time to go, though.
Wait, what if Zortorm's taking a nap?
does anyone take a nap at
Even-
7 o'clock in the evening?
I do. Right here.
No, you don't.
We're
Lucky.
not 300 or 3,000 or whatever years old, so I mean,
Probably awake only like 15 minutes every 3 hours or something like that.
yeah.
Constantly napping.
So what do you want to do, Marcus?
Uh,
So the meals. So we'll say it's 8 o'clock now. you've been fed and talked to and everything, and the meal comes to a close, and everyone is excused and dismissed from Viridia's tent. Do you have anything you want else to say to her before you leave?
Just that I ask her that, you know, if Zortorum permits his help in taking over the keep, would she be willing to go, or would she have just some of her warriors accompany us?
I do whatever the prophet tells me to do. If he tells me to march on Vond, I'll march on Vond. I'll do anything he says.
There we go.
Okay. Well, mind if I sleep in one of your tents?
Shack here tonight.
There we go.
Yeah.
She says, you're welcome, of course. It might be in your best interest to resolve this tonight, if you can.
Sorry, who is he talking to right now?
Viridia.
Viridia. Okay. So you're
That's
telling me that it
interesting
would be
that she said that.
better if I went to the keep now?
She looks towards Augerville, and she nods yes. She's like, I would move in darkness.
All right.
You want to
Well, I
like shoot up a
appreciate-
magical flare and try to get our attention? Maybe we could come help you? No.
No, like I think I got it fine. I think it's just that the people of Augerville might be wise to as who ran off with their stuff.
Man, I don't think they're ever gonna know. How would they know?
Because we showed up wearing armor that we didn't have, and now they're missing that.
Ding, ding, ding,
Damn it.
ding, ding. Where'd you get all
Mike,
this?
you can't laugh. You
Where'd
gotta keep it.
Where'd you get all this bling, guys? You guys showed up a day or two after us.
Oh, wait.
Whatever.
When you fight a dragon, you get riches. Okay.
Yeah,
That's just what.
Yeah, the dragon do that.
That's just what happens.
You gotta
guys.
take off that stuff, Marcus, and leave that there. And like, hey, could you hold this for me?
Well, my armor is hidden underneath
That's
my
right.
robe.
That's right. Marcus is relatively obscured here because yes, he is wearing his robe. I checked his sheet and I confirmed yes, he kept his cloak.
Damn.
So he has his armor. He has his armor under his cloak. That's why.
Okay.
But still,
That's why he isn't completely
Guilty by
slaughtered.
association. All right. Well, I tell her I thank her for her advice, and I hope to see her again. And glad that she's doing well.
Marcus, can you do an insight roll to see if like Viridia is kind of into you at all? That might help us.
please.
I mean, I am like a magnificent creature. My beard, my
32?
long
That's right.
hair, my looks of blue steel.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
How long has it been since you had that shower at the tavern?
Exactly.
It's-
Exactly.
Day
It's
before
not-
yesterday.
it's not a roll to see if she's into you. It's a roll to see if she can resist you.
Yeah, there we go.
What is that?
This withstand.
No one can resist my pure animal magnetism.
Oh my god.
Animal handling. Do the roll.
Yo, sick. Oh, that's amazing.
And then survival.
Don't feed into it.
That's amazing.
Okay, so I guess I'll make my way to the keep.
All All right, so Marcus winks at Viridia and takes his leave.
See you, babe.
She keeps his gaze for just a brief second, and then turns back to her tent, and the guards shut the flap, and so Marcus, I would say, heads in the alleys, in the darkness, staying in the shadows, and just briskly walking, not just making sure not to draw any attention, and approaches the bridge, the blackened, sooty bridge that still got torched, and he crosses over, and the guards are there, but the drawbridge is up. And so, what do you say?
I tell him, just tell him who I am, and that I was hoping to have an audience with Zertorm and or Palakis, just so that,
And you can tell the guards, these guards too. These are the same. These are the Cord. This is the honor guard of the Cord, but still, they're the Cord people, and they all fled too. All these people on this side of the river all fled across the bridge as soon as the big dragon was coming in to do its attack, and they all fled west. And so, yeah, they recognize you too. And so they're like, you can see. I mean, you can't see, but the last time you guys tried this and you approached the drawbridge, they told you immediately turn around, go be punk somewhere else.
I wasn't there last time.
Yeah, but I mean the party was there, and the last time the party tried this, they were immediately turned around and threatened with physical violence for not turning around. This time though, they see you, they got all the lights shining right on you, and the drawbridge, it does open. They don't.
Your legend, man.
They don't say anything. There's no word. You say all that. You identify yourself. There's no words in reply. Just the drawbridge lowers and opens in front of you.
Just respect.
Yeah, that's right. Making me feel all big and strong.
Like give him a wink. Yo.
Yeah. Here's my signature.
Sickening.
All right, so
is it any sign of the dragon? The big dragon.
Yeah, right. I stroll across the bridge with vigor, and then I remember that there's a dragon about.
Yeah, bites you right in half. Critical hit. You died.
Start looking around.
No, the large dragon. This is still the impact zone where the dragon and that fire creature lady fell out of the sky and impacted heavy, this huge dust plume and dirt plume, and this is where they were doing their little weird dance thing. Both of them gone. The tents, the Cord honor guard tents, are rebuilt and set back up, but it's kind of over this rubbly kind of ground now. So you can tell that the Cord guards are each in their tents, and the obviously the bridge gatekeeper guys are there, but that's it. There's no firewoman, there's no large dragon. So you approach the keep walls or the doors, and the doors open.
Okay, I make my way in.
Okay, so now you're in this little kind of courtyard between. There's an inner and an outer wall, and this is where Dorian got to last time, and this is where Dorian and Zertorm were talking, was this inner outer wall kind of courtyard area. And you see, so when you walk right through this large set of doors, on your right-hand side as you walk in are half a dozen of these minotaur, these fire-breathing minotaur beasts, enormous. They're the size of those lizard alligator people, same thing, just enormous, muscular, and they're standing 6 side by side, shoulder to shoulder. They look like statues. They're not moving at all, but you can tell they're breathing and they're alive, but they're just standing there, and they don't.
Or like they're sleeping.
That just looks unnatural. I mean, their eyes are open, but they're looking. It looks like a statue that's alive, if that makes sense. I mean, you can tell that they're breathing, but they're utterly stillless, and they're posed like some sort of like statue would be, like holding a axe, and they're just standing there, and there's 6 of them side by side by side.
They're on
They're
standby.
like the Queen's Guard.
Yeah.
Go up there and lift the loincloth.
Do you want to?
No. No, I don't want them to come to life.
Okay. Are you?
Dude, we should start a side campaign of all the things
The alternate, yeah, the outtakes.
Yeah.
did. What would
Okay.
happen?
Let's go to the blooper reel. Yeah, so in this one, he actually went up and pulled off his loincloth. Yeah, got his head cut off. It was awesome. Okay, so yeah, Marcus notices these giant beasts standing like living statues, and the inner wall has an archway that doesn't have a door, and there's nothing here at all. You pass through, and as you pass through that, now you're at the front entrance of the keep itself. Now you are there's a it's like rock that's been carved away to where all that remains is this narrow pathway that has drop-offs on both sides down this pit, and now the keep is glowing bright orange, and all those crazy colors, and the keep the brightness of the colors is like cascading down the walls of this keep. It's totally unnatural, supernatural, crazy colors, a little bit of heat, a little bit of unheat. It's completely confusing. That's what you see in front of you. And then you can walk up that pathway. You don't see any people or any kind of creatures, or you see nothing except this structure in front of you. And this is like the front entrance up to the keep. That's one path you can take. But off to your right, if you look over to your right, you see this large building, 2-story tall building that's really dilapidated looking and torn down. The keep also looks kind of run down and dingy on the outside too, but it's got this crazy glow to make it look, majestic in its own way. This other building off to the side is like in the dark. There's no light coming from it. You don't hear anything, but it's another building you could go look at if you wanted to. So do you want to go to the keep or to the side building?
I guess I will make.
Or
my
do you
way
want
to
to?
the
Do you want to
side.
just? Before you make a decision? Do you want to scout and look more closely and carefully at things, or look at things, or what?
Scouting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could try and scout.
Okay, so where do you want to look? Do you want to look? You can give a scout roll for the keep or a scout roll for this other side building, or both.
Talent for that?
Isn't that what it's?
I guess I could look at both.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, scouting.
Maybe you could use sense magic, huh? Well, it feels like you'd feel it everywhere.
Yeah, if you do you automatically do passively sense magic as a magic user, and of course, yeah, it's just like over meters pegged high. There's definitely magical everything all around you.
Both directions, even the building with no lights.
Even being on this side of the river.
It's pegged to where you can't even differentiate. Is it more over here or over there?
He can't. I would say normally it might be possible, but right now it's not possible.
So when I go to, the scouting is what? Basically keep watch?
No, you open up your character sheet, and under the main, scouting is under the wits column. So
Yeah.
you could just click where it says scouting, and it will roll your wits and scouting all together.
There you go.
Okay.
Yo, Yester.
All right, so
And if
it
you
has the modifiers, the Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense is when something is like gonna ambush you, right? Or when you feel
Right.
the hairs on the back of your neck stand up when enemies lurk in the bushes. Yeah. So, your scout
Sounds
roll.
appropriate.
Yeah. Your scout roll is modified by +1 when an enemy tries to ambush you or perform a sneak attack. Sure. Yeah, you can use it.
So there are two options here. There is Sixth Sense, value 1, and then there is Sixth Sense 1d8.
No. D8. That's if you level up your Sixth Sense to level 3. Once you get to rank 3, then you get to use that D8 artifact die. But for right now, that's only when you go rank 3. So yeah, you can use the D1.
Okay.
And you have a Bane on your wits. But if you push, then you'll have a Bane on your wits. You don't have to push if you don't want to. Of course you do. Okay.
You're going to.
Yeah, I succeed.
Okay.
Well, I need willpower just in case I
That's
got
right. You gotta. That's how you get exactly right. That's how you generate willpower as magic, or for anyone. That's how you do
God,
it.
you're low.
Okay,
can have mine.
so what were you looking at? Tell me what you were looking at specifically. Were you saying both?
Yeah, both like
Okay, so you off to the building off to the right. There is you were able to kind of focus and sense your magic and see what's going on. There was no detection of anything going on in that. It just looks like a husk of a shell of a building. There's nothing you can tell in there. But the keep, you look up and see movement. You can tell that there's people in the keep, or at least a person.
all right. I'm gonna walleye. Keep one eye on the keep, one eye on the minotaurs. My special technique. And while I'm walking up there to make sure that make sure that the minotaurs don't react to me, or flametors or whatever they are. To me walking up to the keep.
So
Man,
I'd
I
say
think they would have
so
killed you already.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you take a step up the pathway.
Yeah.
So I say as soon as you take a step up the pathway, you hear a shriek of a dragon, and you look up at the top, and up at the top where the multicolored, where Dira walked into that misty kind of weird multicolored light show kind of a part of the keep up there, and Dorian was up there too. From there, when you scouted and looked, all you just saw was again that billowing 6-8 foot tall kind of billowing cloud of smoke or whatever weirdness was up there. But when you take a step forward toward the keep, you see out of that smoke, the baby dragon's head comes out, and it flaps its wings, and it comes up to it immediately disperses all that smoke haziness. So now you see all the colors on it, and Zertorm as a top is riding it. He's holding reins, and he whispers something down. He leans forward and talks and says something to the dragon, and it shrieks at you, not like a it just it does a squawk at you, and flaps its wings, and we're gonna stop there.
God dang it.
Oh, it's amazing.
So I was gonna tell you, Marcus.
Marcus, you're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be fine. No, you have the transfer spell, right? To where you can
What is
take
that?
willpower from somebody else.
Hmm?
You can use this spell to steal willpower points from others, or to give your willpower to someone else. At any rate, I have
Where's that?
it's on his spell list.
Ooh, that's
It's
a level.
also a level 3.
Yeah, that means that would cause
Yeah.
automatic magic mishap if you cast it. But that's crazy.
Oh. But at any rate, I have 10 willpower. So if you need more willpower to be able to do some spells, take it from me if you need. But
There you go.
Yeah, I've got 8.
I only have 2 talents that require a willpower point to use it, so Adam. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
fun.
well,
Next time.
I do a willpower transfer on you, and your head explodes. You're like,
Nice.
you get all of his willpower, but he dies.
Go out like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that one? Was that one all right?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I love it.
They're
I
all
love
good.
it.
I feel like we
they're
earned
all
our
good.
lore on that one a little bit more because we pinpointed some major key NPCs that possibly had a lot of lore to give us, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe had Marcus had Dorian had Palakis at
Yeah.
Knife's Edge. That was great.
That was good. And you guys all leveled up, which
Yeah.
is good. You guys are just like starting to hoard all these points. You've spent a good bit here, so that's good.
Yeah, that felt good. That was good. That was
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I like.
it's kind of, I wasn't really sure what you guys were gonna do as far as like. So, yeah, This is like the slow way, I guess, of like advancing what I think I want to do to you. I mean, with you guys. I mean, this would
Yeah.
be like the more drawn out, slow way. So hopefully it's not just boring. But I have a
No.
okay.
Not at all.
Okay, I have a plan. So yeah, just hopefully, because again, not really a whole lot happened. Honestly, I mean, you guys camped and
Doesn't feel like it.
well, that's good. I mean, that's good because
I don't know.
mechanically speaking, like not a whole lot happened here. I mean, not a lot of stuff of plot happened. I mean, right at the end of the last
Yeah.
episode, you guys convinced them that the fight was over and he was alive, and then they should return, and then they did, and that's right. Like this much has actually happened in the story. The plot like has advanced like this far. But whatever. I mean, as long as it's not.
I'm still riding on that high. Everyone hails me as a hero, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You
definitely
done.
Gate
building some
open, fired up.
reputation.
You done did good on that
think
for
it was-
sure.
I think it was definitely a great call to have you go to the keep because, I mean, without your reputation, like I don't think it would have went as nearly as well.
Mhm.
Any one of the rest of us would have died, probably. Been
Yeah,
killed.
and then also you being, about to be eaten by a dragon sounds a lot better than me.
Yeah. If someone's got to do it, it might as well be. Yeah. All right. So you want to do
Just
your
kidding, just
XP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, everyone. So you all get 1 because you participated in the game session. So that's 1. Did you travel through at least 1 new hex? No. Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Did you defeat monsters? No. Did you find a treasure? No. Stronghold function? No. Pride? No. Dark secret? No. Did you risk your life for another PC? No. Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind? Extraordinary? I mean, I'd say I'll give
Maybe Marcus.
yeah, well, I'll give one to, I think, Dorian for doing that ridiculous capture of Palakis and the interrogation solo. That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
And then one for Marcus for going back into town and walking right into the keep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd
I'd
yeah,
vote for that.
sure. Yeah, so Marcus and Dorian each get a +1 on that because they did some ballsy solo activity this session. Yeah. Very good, very good.
I like this part of the game. I like how the game mechanics really kind of reward you for
Yeah, it
for
tells you
doing
if you
crazy
want to
stuff.
get
I think that's
yeah.
cool.
If you want to get XP in this game, this is what you do. You explore, it's very straightforward. It's not like you get XP every time you kill a monster. This one's worth 15 XP. It's like, no, it doesn't matter in a session if you kill 1 or 10, it's all 1 XP point, because I just think it's cool. But then it gets to, that kind of sort of bogs down the narrative episodes like this where we just kind of talk and discover plot stuff. Really, there's not a lot of mechanical things you guys did in this episode, so you don't get rewarded with XP. So you just get rewarded with hopefully like an interesting and fun plot to play. So anyway, so that's it on that. And
Cool.
yeah, you guys are doing good. So things will all just, I'm sure, like next episode, things will be picking up. I can promise you, because I wasn't sure if we were gonna do that this tonight, or it kind of depended on what you guys wanted to do. Because we left right at kind of a critical moment when you guys said stop, and like everyone was kind of frozen there looking at you guys, and then it was going to be kind of depending on what you guys wanted to do would be what happened, and so it went this way, which is fine. But yeah, so this is like another kind of a building up kind of thing. Yeah, so not trying to just string you guys along too much, but all right.
No, I don't feel
No,
like
it's
it.
good.
Love it.
It's awesome.
Coolness. All right. Well, this was fun, you guys. As always, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing. It's been really cool so far. Hopefully, just keep going for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's
love
not
it.
too much of a burden on your
No,
busy schedule.
this is awesome. This is totally fun. Very
Yeah,
cool.
we're
guys.
having fun.
Good. Okay. Well,
Your kids should just listen in. This could be like a good bedtime story.
yeah. Oh my God. Last week, I guess it's probably on here if anyone ever actually watches these, but because I got my headphones on and it's late, like my kids are all, and then like I almost peed a little. Because like I was like talking, I was like whatever, being a masterpiece GM as I am, and then I hear like what, and then I looked, and my freaking son was like standing right here.
I saw that.
Okay, I didn't. I'm like, oh God. I was like, oh my God.
I told Bane,
oh my
there
God.
was somebody behind him, and then it just popped out.
That scared the. Oh my God. I haven't been scared like that in like decades. Nothing has scared me like that. I was like, God. I almost
all your
like,
time in the Navy
yeah.
doesn't even compare.
Nothing was as horrifying as that.
The corn.
It was. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, I was dying. I was like, oh my God, I almost died. This is hilarious. It was so funny. And then I saw the next day, like, what are you doing? He's like, I just thought it was cool. I wanted to listen. But yeah, then he's all like, hey, like doing that. I'm like, oh, that's so funny. But God,
You gotta play that little clip for him just so he can see.
Man, God, that scared the hell out of me. That was so funny though. Oh. All right.
That's so funny.
Good times. All right, you guys. Well, take care, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
Good
All right.
night.
Have fun. Good night.
See you.
But